We really wanted to do that, make it a mockumentary. And we thought that would make it feel less like Cosby, less like, Family Ties, less like Raymond. And then it was about constructing the family. How do we do that? Because we had both worked on Wings and Frasier, those were both shows about adult siblings and adults with parents, not only with kids but with parents, and we realized how rich that was. So we wanted to have that as well, some interconnectivity. I'm not exactly sure how we landed on 3 families, but we did. And the idea of telling multiple stories. And we sat around for a long time coming up with how they would be, how we would organize them or, conceive them. Are they 3 families in a cul-de-sac? Are they 3 siblings? A gay guy with his partner raising a child, traditional family, and a divorced mom who's dating. All 3 brothers and sisters. Valid. That probably would have worked. But from the beginning, we knew we wanted to do a family that was conventional. And to me, I like the idea of sort of loosely basing it on, and I mean loosely because Chris was part of all this, of course. Loosely basing it on my family because it's what I knew. I have 2 daughters and a son. They're the same basic makeup as Haley, Alex, and Luke. Their house is not too different from my house. The things that they're dealing with are many of the things that, for the pilot process I was dealing with, and now what all the writers are dealing with. And then we knew we wanted a gay couple raising a child, and we said from the very beginning, this is going to mean we probably won't be a giant hit. And we both said, well, you can't do a show about this without this. So we'll just do the best we can, and yes, it'll turn off a large portion of America, but it has to be. And then it was the third piece that we needed. Somewhere along the lines, we came up with the idea of what if that third family member is a parent? Like George Segal was in Just Shoot Me, like Martin, John Mahoney was in Frasier. That's rich stuff as well. Wouldn't it be nice to have that? Great. And wouldn't it be great if he was married to a much younger woman, cross-cultural, even better, and instead of getting the trophy wife that he thought he was getting, it came with a lot of baggage, her son. And that was the key. And it was a lot of characters, 11 if you count Lily, who was really mostly a prop in the pilot. But we spent a lot of time really figuring out who those characters were and what the relationships were to each other, not just Claire to Phil, but Claire to Gloria, Claire to Mitchell, and Gloria to Phil, and all those. There are 1,000 combinations there, and we spent a month honing those characters to try to figure out who they were and what made them funny.